Hi everyone, this is Phil Travis, and this is the week 15 announcements for AMH 1010 U.S. History Part 1. I'm going to make this announcement pretty brief because I've got a little stomach bug going on and I'm not feeling very good. So I'm just going to get right to it. We are going to be discussing Reconstruction this week following the American Civil War. We'll also be discussing Reconstruction next week. Our reading this week is from our textbook, chapter 15. And let's get right to our factoid. Of course, we have our discussion forum as always. And if you haven't had a chance to engage further on the topic from last week, please do continue to engage on the topic of Civil War memory from last week if you wish. So read Foner chapter 15. We have, of course, our discussion forum as always this week. Our factoid for this week is this. Reconstruction, which is generally regarded as a failure in American history, and we're going to talk about why it's seen as such a failure in American history this week. But Reconstruction was a period of about 12 years following the American Civil War, and one that ultimately resulted in the South return to sort of more or less a status quo situation rather than a situation where equal rights had been distributed to individuals throughout the South, regardless of color, which had been the sort of goal of the so-called radical Republicans in the federal government following the American Civil War. As a sort of testament to the end of the war and of the Reconstruction period and of the feelings from the war, Arlington National Cemetery, and this is the factoid, Arlington National Cemetery was constructed on the former property of Confederate General Robert E. Lee. And so the factoid for this week is Arlington National Cemetery, the most well-known national military cemetery in the United States, where, of course, John F. Kennedy is buried. Many other notable individuals have been laid to rest, and Arlington National Cemetery was constructed on the property of the Confederate general from Virginia, Robert E. Lee, and is, of course, just outside of Washington, D.C. And this was sort of a testament to the feelings and the animosities held at the end of the American Civil War, this incredibly destructive conflict. And so Arlington National Cemetery, built on the property of Confederate General Robert E. Lee. We'll be discussing the Civil War Reconstruction period this week in class. We'll also be discussing the Reconstruction period next week as well. Let's have a great week. Email me that factoid no later than Wednesday by midnight. Get your bonus point on a test, and let's have a great week.